Good morning, Becky Lander here, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller. Welcome to our Make Money Monday Memorial Day weekend special. So excited all of you are here today. I know many in the US have today off, remembering, and I'm happy that it's a holiday weekend. And also, so happy that we are able to kind of squeeze this in really quickly this morning. We're going to keep it short and sweet so you can get back to anything you have going on this morning, a little bit more casual this morning. And I thought that the timing was perfect to share a couple of money making tips as we roll into June. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're only a couple days away from June. That feels absolutely crazy to me. Time just seems to be flying by. So as we're getting started this morning, say hello. Let me know where you're joining us from. Let me know if you have plans today or how you are celebrating Memorial Day. For those of you that are here within the US, I know some people it's just another day for them in other places. So happy. Hey, Angel, glad you're here. Good morning. Good morning. I am going to go ahead and share this across our groups and our pages to make sure that everyone can see it in all the right spots. So if you're not yet in our free group, the Modern Direct Seller Tribe, your spot to grow your direct sales business, make sure you pop into that group. It's totally free. We have good content coming every single day on training system strategy. Also, I'm going to go ahead and share this to our Academy members. So good morning to all of our Modern Direct Seller Academy members. So excited to share this quick video with all of you. I've been seeing so many wins this weekend inside the Academy popping into the group. So for those of you that maybe checked out this weekend or haven't been around, then make sure that you go take a peek because there's a lot of good stuff happening in there. Hey, Monica. Hey, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning. Again, just super excited to be here this morning. Feel free to take this video, share it with your teams if you would like, your biz besties. But the theme for today is all around making the most of those dreaded J months. So if you've been around direct sales for a little bit of time, you've probably heard people talk about the J months. So that's January, June, and July, which typically are maybe a little bit quieter in the direct sales world. And I think really a lot of it just is seasonality, right? People are out doing things during the summer months, schedules change, things kind of flex and look a little bit different than they normally do throughout the year. And then, of course, January is, right after the holidays and all that good stuff. So those J months typically don't always perform as well as we would like. So I thought what would be fun this morning is enjoying the nice weather. Love it, Monica. Is to really think about the J months and what we have coming up over the next 2 months here in June and July. We use a 3-part planning process inside the Modern Direct Seller Academy. Specifically, we go through this exercise in a full hour in depth with Academy VIPers every month. And so I thought I would share a little glimpse of it here today as you're getting ready for the next month and planning and preparing and reflecting. So for those of you that are inside the Academy, hey, Kimberly, you have access to this workbook. There's a digital copy. Ooh, there we go. Things are flying everywhere. A digital copy inside the Academy in your courses, the Best Year Ever workbook. And it's a month-by-month plan. And if you might also have the actual hard copy of it too. Those were available. They're still available for purchase, actually. And the cool thing about this is it's not dated. So it's like if you're doing February, it would work any February at any point. But the process that we go through, good morning, Kim, is really taking a look at our previous month and planning for the next month. So often we skip that reflection process and we jump straight to the plan. Anyone with me on that? Like I'm the action taker over here. I'm like, okay, May's over. Old news. Moving on to June. What do we have going on in June? What do we have going on in July? And I'm very futuristic and like to look forward, but it's so important to take that quick minute to pause and reflect and look back on the previous month. And even if you only spend 5 minutes on this, I want to challenge you either today or over the next couple of days, whenever you can carve out a little bit of time to do this. If you're in VIP, just wait because we're going to do it all together tomorrow. But I would just take a couple of minutes to really look back on the last month, right? So take a look at May, and I know that there's a couple days left. Some of you might be still pushing for month-end goals, but reflecting on May, what is working well in your business? I might just ask you that right here and now. If you are on live or catching the replay, drop it in the comments. What is working well in your business right now, right? We also look at maybe what's not working so well, right? What do we like doing, love doing in our business? What do we want to be doing more of in our business? And on the flip side, what do we want to be doing less of in our business? It's also a great time to kind of look back on the last month and think, okay, so this event went really well. This model is going well. The way I'm doing parties over here, my marketing is going really well. So don't feel like you can only look at certain aspects of your business. I really want you to look wholeheartedly, holistically at the entire part of your business, at every single piece. Let's take a look at that this morning and really look at what's working. I think pretty often we get so excited about shiny objects and the next new thing coming that we forget kind of the basics of what is actually working and generating us revenue in our business. So definitely take a minute this morning and think about like, what are those money-making activities that are a sure thing, right? If you were $100 shy of your goal today, what is the one thing you would do to go make that $100, right? That might clue you in a little bit on what that looks like for your business. So looking back is super important. That quick exercise of reflection and thinking back on really what's going on in my business, what's working. And then we want to create that plan. And here's that plan for June, for July. We just want to double down. We want to do more of what is working, right? Instead of chasing some shiny object over here or running a different direction over here, we really want to focus in on what's working the best in our business. Now, I'm all for experimenting and trying new things and testing out new strategies, but I would do that on kind of like a sidebar, right? So the focus is what's working. We're going to do more of that. We're going to build that into our plan for June and July. And then the things that maybe we're trying or testing going into the fall season, we're going to test maybe just, like 5, 10, 20%. Like that's going to be like a small little chunk of your focus. One of the questions that I love asking as you're planning for the next month is, what are those things that you're doing that you're not quite ready for, but you're doing anyway? It's like my most favorite question because I feel like there's always things in my business and I'm like, whoop, here we go. I'm not totally ready for this, but we're just going to go for it, right? And I'm sure many of you feel the same way. And that's really where growth happens. So being intentional and thinking, all right, you're right. Like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do that thing this month that maybe I'm a little bit nervous to do, or that I know that I need to be doing more of, but I've been reluctant to do. And I'm going to make it happen, right? So we have our plan. I love breaking that down into a 1-page growth plan. Now, over here in this workbook, you'll see how we kind of map out the growth plan, right? And look at that. It's the June growth plan. That was some good, lucky page flipping over here. So looking at your goals, right? So your bank account goal, how much money you're making this month. Therefore, what's your sales goal for the month? How much do we need to earn this month in order to hit that bank account goal? And then a goal for your team, right? So that could be a monetary goal or total team sales. That could also be the number of people that you're going to add to your team. So high level, we want to know what those goals are. Next, we want to be really clear on those business priorities and what that growth plan is for the month, right? What activities are we going to be focusing in on the most in June, right? So we're doubling down. We're really focusing on those activities that have been working over the last couple of months. We're not going to go like totally flip everything upside down and do like something totally new. We're not going to do that in a J month. All right. Any other kind of marketing focus or theme? I just shared over on Instagram 10 different fun summer themes. So if you're running parties, if you're running events, you can definitely take a peek at those. I can link them up here in this video for you to go take a peek. And then any personal or professional goals. Like for me, I know that I am working on trying to get through a book that I'm reading right now and starting a new book. I'm also trying to work on getting more in the practice of journaling every day. And thanks to Carrie Bennick, by the way, she just sent me this really cool journal that I'll have to do a reel about it. But it has black pages for all of my office supply junkies out there. It's a black dot journal. So let me see if I can show you here. Black pages. You can kind of see the dots. And then she sent me a whole bunch of really fun like gel pens and white pens that you can use inside that notebook. So I have a renewed excitement around journaling. I got to use my new cool journal. Sometimes that's all it takes, right? So thinking about those personal and those professional goals is super, super important. And then the last thing that you're going to want to think about is how you're going to celebrate. And I think so often we forget the celebration, right? We just keep going and we keep moving and we keep moving on to the next month. So here we are at the end of May. I'd love to hear how you're celebrating at the end of May. And if there's anything you can do that carries forward into June, right? So maybe it's taking a couple hours off to yourself and going to get a mani-pedi. Or maybe for you, that's buying that new book that you're reading, or those new earrings you have your eye on. Or maybe it's just giving yourself the space to have some quiet reflection time and, take a step back from the crazy. Maybe it's a vacation that you're working towards, whatever that might be for you. Maybe it's just putting away a couple $100 extra for the next big thing you're saving for. So think about how you are celebrating and don't forget to do that. That's so, so, so important. All right, the third step is doing, right? So we're reflecting, we're planning, and we're doing. And so when we think about doing, that's actually making it happen, right? So if you're going to have 10 parties during the month of June, you're going to have to go out there and start asking people for those parties, right? Or if you know that you're going to beef up your social selling game this next month, you got to think about what the strategies look like to do that. How are you going to be intentional about that? How many conversations are you going to be having every day, every week? How are you going to be focusing on developing new customers and new relationships, right? Maybe if it's vendor events, it's signing up for the vendor event, right? So this is the doing part, actually taking that action. So with that said, I told you this is going to be short and sweet today, but really thinking about here at the end of the month, reflecting, looking back on the month of May, planning for the month of June, and then actually going out there and doing. That's the 3-step process to get us through the J months. And we're not totally flipping the script the next couple of months. We're leaning in to those things that have been working really well in our business, and we're doing more of that, right? All right, so a couple of quick reminders as we wrap up. I actually wrote down a couple of notes so I didn't forget. We have group coaching inside the Academy on June 1st. We're kicking off the month together. So if you're able to make it June 1st, group coaching, join us live. I believe it's at 9 o'clock Pacific, noon Eastern. Actually, no, that's not right. I think it's later in the day. I just said that out loud and I was like, no, it is right. It is right. Okay, June 1st. Totally right. 9 o'clock for group coaching. And then for our annual members and our VIP members, we have our virtual retreat happening on Friday, June 2nd. So the whole group is invited from 9 to 12. And then those that are in VIP, we have a bonus power hour together from 12 to 1 on Friday, all Pacific time. We also have a masterclass coming up this month all about video. Super excited about this. It has to do with like product placement, where we're putting things in our videos to show up and look our best in the space that we have to work with, whether that's a tiny space or a big space. We're going to talk all about video and have an amazing guest coming in for that. That is on June 19th. We have one other group coaching in there on June 13th as well. So if you're not yet in the Academy, come check it out, moderndirectselleracademy.com. And if you are a monthly member and you want to join us for that virtual retreat on Friday, you could simply log into your account, upgrade, and come join us on Friday. So we got good stuff coming. I am excited for the J months. I know our family has a lot more traveling going on than we usually do. So I'm in the same boat. I'm kind of creating that plan, reflecting on what's working, doing more of that, and really kind of pushing through the summer, but not in like a grandiose way. I'm like, okay, this is working. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to have that kind of scheduled for the next couple of months. Then in August, when things settle back down and we get closer to kids going back to school, that's when we're going to launch some bigger things in our business. So being able to plan your schedule in a really intentional way to work for the lifestyle that you're living is so, so incredibly important. So with that said, whatever you are doing today, I hope you have an amazing day. I know over here at our house, we've had like sleepovers all weekend and play dates and zoo trips. And now we have a baseball practice and a barbecue. So we're just like, push it through the weekend and then jumping right into June this next month. So I look forward to seeing all of you this week. I hope you have a great day today.